Hi, this is Jason. I'm with Limb Lab.
I'm Lora Webster. I'm a 6-time Paralympian and play sitting volleyball for Team USA.
We are here at the USA House in Paris. My biggest question is, how are you doing? I mean, we haven't seen each other in probably 15, 18 years. Yeah, a long time.
Yes.
We appreciate you taking a few minutes to just kind of chat with us.
Absolutely.
So how has this Paralympics been in comparison to the other 5 for you?
So it's been absolutely awesome to be here and have the Team USA House to support the Paralympians. We've never had that before. So walking in there and seeing everybody here to support us is awesome. Paris has been an awesome host city so far. The opening ceremonies, the streets were so full of people, which was really fun and just got to a great way to set off the games. Sitting volleyball is right now 1-1 for USA, but we're going into pool play, finishing up pool play tomorrow. And so we're hopeful. We're going for a 3-peat on our golds. So it's time to get it done.
I think you guys can get that done. So with this being the first time that we've had the USA House, what does this do for you and the other athletes?
I think it only amps up the energy. The USA, we've been trying to spread the Paralympic movement for decades now, and this kind of feels like we're starting to make a huge step forward. And having everybody, I mean, the place is packed. And so it's just awesome because people are turning up to watch. And we played against the home country last night, and the stadium was absolutely rocking. The French fans were phenomenal, and I get goosebumps just thinking about it. So having that home country support last night, but then seeing our home country support right now, it's just we've arrived and people love it. And once they discover the Paralympics and they see what the sports are all about, you can't help but fall in love with it.
I think it's great that this kind of makes it personal. There's a more intimate setting that gets the fans, the super fans, the past Paralympians, as well as the current that are participating together. I think that's a pretty special thing.
It is, and we get to meet the other generations because people are showing up for this, and like the family gets to come in and we have a place to celebrate that's a home away from home, because the village is great, but it's so fun to be surrounded by people that are rooting for USA.
Team USA.
Awesome.
Have you been to other venues, other events yet?
Not yet. No, we've been training. We've been here since the 19th, and we have been here for a long time. We've been training every day, like in our own USA bubble. So this is like our first time venturing out and seeing other people. So this is just great. So I had rotationplasty when I was 11 years old, and I had this current prosthetic made in Arizona in 2001, and I'm excited. We're going to try to make a new one, right?
Absolutely. So when you talk about your training as a team and just individually, what are things you do prosthetically? Do you have an adaptive device? Do you have an activity-specific device that you use?
Nope. So for sitting volleyball, typically all of our lower limb amputees don't wear their prosthetics because they get in the way for movement. A lot of our upper extremity amputees will wear a prosthetic because it helps, because so much movement is in the hands and the arms. They will use a prosthetic to not only help with movement and even out their limb difference, but also to help with blocking. So they are really the ones that wear the prosthetic devices while playing. That's not to say that some other lower limb disabilities don't wear stuff, because they do, but for myself personally, my leg is on the sideline.
Okay. What would you say to young aspiring kids out there that want to get to this stage or just be active with sports? What would you say to them now?
Never take no for an answer. Try every sport you can, whether it's able-bodied or adaptive, because you never know where your heart's going to fall and which one you're going to love. So get out there, play with your friends, figure out a way to adapt to the able-bodied sport if that's all that you have access to right now, but also look into the adaptive community. I never was involved in adaptive sports, not until I was 16. It was not a part of my world. And once I entered into the world of the Paralympic culture and sitting volleyball itself, my world was turned upside down. I met a bunch of people that not only had been through different kind of traumas in their life, but understood what life as an amputee was. And it was something that I never knew that I was missing in my life. And it was an instant family, because there was that understanding of overcoming something and just wanting to get back into competition. So I absolutely loved it.
So what got you at the age of 16? What got you doing that then?
I had a very persistent coach. I was at a club volleyball tournament. I was the only girl out there with a prosthetic, and so they noticed me and they said, "Hey, we're going to try to start a Paralympic volleyball team." And I said, "I have no idea what that is." And so he's like, "Well, it's sitting volleyball." And I said, "No, thank you. I play standing volleyball. I was looking at playing in college." And he said, "Just give me a chance and just check it out." So I went to the Olympic and Paralympic Training Center in Colorado Springs, and it happened to be the first ever training camp for women's sitting volleyball. And I walked in the gym, and there was a man standing there with 2 prosthetic arms and 2 hooks, and he had one below the knee and one above the knee amputation on his legs, and he had a crutch holding himself up, but he was standing up on the sideline directing volleyball and teaching. And I walked in, and there was all these limbs on the sideline that I had never seen before, and I was like, what did I just step into? And I sat down and I started playing, and I was like, okay, this is volleyball, which I loved, and that was my sport, and it's just a little bit different. And then as we started playing over the weekend, I was like, wow, this could really be amazing. And so I saw how difficult the movement aspect of it was, and then when we had attacks, how fast it was and how short your response time was on the court, and I just fell in love with the challenge. And so I always tell people, if you play standing volleyball, warm up with sitting volleyball, because it really helps the fundamentals of the standing game when you take out the leg part of it, because you learn how to adjust your body to play without your legs. So when you add your legs into it, it's like easy peasy. Sitting volleyball volleyball is definitely the harder discipline. And people won't trust that until they try it. So sit down and try it and you'll see how hard it is.
I believe that. I believe that. I tried doing the wheelchair tennis.
Oh, yes.
And maneuvering a wheelchair and
a
learning the
tennis racket.
patterns that go along with it and the movements. It's choreographed. It's a feel. It's just not. It's hard to do, and people don't
Absolutely.
understand. When we watch the world record in the long jump be broken the other night, and you see what these guys can do with just the level of athleticism is unbelievable, and it's unmatched. So it's pretty impressive.
Well, and what's awesome is that every athlete has a story. So the human interest part of it is incredible because it's endless. And every athlete that's out there has overcome something, whether it was congenital or an accident or an illness, they have a story behind it. And that's what I love about it. I mean, sport is all about the spirit behind it, and the Paralympics is chock full of it.
So lastly, have you had a chance to explore Paris?
We went to the Eiffel Tower and the Arc de Triomphe, and that has been it so far.
Favorite food?
We haven't eaten anything yet. We tried to get escargot, and we didn't get to do that. We got kicked out of a restaurant because all we wanted was escargot, and they said, nope, you got to eat full meals. What did we eat? The cheese was good.
The cheese was good.
The
last
wine
group
was-
said
we had
bread.
One glass of wine, and that was great too.
Okay.
Right? They're known for that, so they nailed that part.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, we appreciate you taking the moment to chat with us,
Thank
and
you.
we wish you the very, very best. Go USA.
You gonna watch us?
Absolutely, we're going to
All
watch.
right. So you can watch Sitting Volleyball on Peacock app and as well as USA and I think CNBC, and all of the information is up on the Peacock app. I'm on Instagram sort of, but I have 4 children, so I'm not very good at it. My name is Lora, Lora, last name is Webster, and that's it.
Awesome. Thank you very much.
Thank you.